Hey everyone, Gnarlash here. Welcome back to some more ARK Survival Ascended. In our last episode, we tamed up a max level RG and a couple other very high level RGs. So we had two level 145s, and this was our 150. We don't have a name for her yet. What I would like to do is hopefully find a male high level RG, because we've only had, we only have the 3 females, so high level male RG would be really good for us. Today, what I'm thinking we're going to do is fly back up north, and let's see, bring the map up, and kind of look around these areas here. We might start over in this area, because I know Enkies spawn over here. I'm not sure if Dodikers do, but then we're going to kind of just move along and sort of work our way around to try to find, doesn't have to be a high level, because we don't really have anything except for berries to tame them, but a decent level Dodikers and Enki, well, one or the other, potentially. So that's kind of our mission today, because we do want to do a lot more building. We actually don't even have a fabricator up yet, and I would like to get that down, even if I think we have the materials to do so, but we just don't have, we just don't really have the metal. And now that we have our RG, well, we have the metal for the fabricator, but not to actually craft a whole lot of stuff with, so that's kind of our goal. But now that we have our RG, we can go get some metal, but what I'd like to do is just be a little bit more efficient with our metal gathering. So you do have a few levels. We're actually just going to pop them into weights. And yeah, because we do have a lot of plans for building a bunch of different things, and in order to do that, we're going to need a lot of resources. So rather than harvesting them all by hand, that is our plan. So if you do enjoy this one, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps the channel out a ton. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And I'm going to go ahead and fly up. Actually, we're going to fly over this way first to that. Does that stop me from flying? It does. Can we put auto fly on? Auto run. Boom. Awesome. Hands off the keyboard. Now if I pull up my map, that is excellent. Yes, we're going to take a look over here first, and I don't it's so hard to remember. I know a rhino spawn is over here, and I think one is right here, but I'm not sure if there's more along this or along here. So we just have to be a little bit careful as we're flying over here. Man, it is so nice to have an RG after having to fly around on a Pteranodon this whole time. Just the amount of stamina you get, and the carrying capacity is just amazing. So I think over here is our little mountain, or not mountain, but like kind of like a hill. And this spot is actually really good for metal. I think there's some crystal over here as well, but we should also see some Anki spawns. So let's see what we have. How close is that yellow drop? That is kind of tempting, but it looks like it's in the middle of the swamp. So let's see what we got. We got some crystal, we got some metal, we got a pig. What is this? Is this an oil rock? There's no way this is an oil rock. Okay. I was gonna say that would have been crazy if that was an oil rock. Alright, let's give this to you because I don't want to carry all that. And let's take a look around here for potential Anki. So I did bring a trap with us. What I actually didn't bring was berries. Or a creature to harvest them with. So I might have to go back and get that stuff. But let's see if we can at least find something here first. Then maybe we'll take a pit stop on our way back up. There's a parasaur. We could actually tame a parasaur for one of our missions for our skill tree, but don't really want to right now. I'm actually not seeing any Ankies over here, unfortunately. Usually there's a couple. Maybe on this side, there's a raptor. I see another raptor. I've definitely tamed a Dodikers over here before. So, let's see, Pteranodon, Bronto, a Rex. What level are you? 60. Not very good. Yeah, we might be out of luck here. Yeah, and it's kind of a lot of trees around here too, which makes it a little bit harder to see what we've got going on. More raptors. A lot of dimorphodons. Yeah, not seeing anything that we want. Alright, so while we're still pretty close, I'm actually going to fly over to... fly over back to base, and then grab our parasaur. Actually, maybe I'll just grab a couple handfuls of berries here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, grab some berries, and then we will head on up. What level are you? We definitely want to tame a Gigantoraptor, because just having access to the level babies, higher level babies, words, would just be really good. What level are you? Are you that 140 that we saw the other day? 145. That is so tempting, and has a baby, right? So that's an instance where if we had a Gigantoraptor, we could knock out that 145 and then claim the baby, but also raise it up with the bonus levels. Okay, let's quickly grab some berries out of the truck. That should be plenty. I'll just give it to you so they last longer. And now I will actually fly up to... So I didn't see any Ankies or Doedicurus when we were taming Argies in the last episode. So I'm actually going to fly over to Obsidian Mountain. Because when we were over there, we tamed 2 of the 3 Argies that we got. There was definitely some Ankies over there, so I think that'll be our best bet. So I will see you when we get there. There's actually a good amount of beaver dams over here too. I think it's hard to see over there. There are some beavers though, but there are 2 beavers right here, or 2 beaver dams right here. If we can just deal with this raptor. He's going for the turtle actually, so maybe we can just sneak in here and snag this. Attacked by a beaver, if there's any around. Any beavers coming to get us? I don't see any. Let's grab this one while that raptor is preoccupied. Perfect. Just did not mean to pick up the fiber. Okay, awesome. Is there any other beaver dams around here? I don't see any. Okay. Sometimes there's some actually behind like this waterfall area, which, I mean, I guess we might as well check. There's a berry, actually. We will need one of these very soon. Level 50, nothing spectacular. Can RGs still pick up berries? No, we cannot. That is good to know. This is actually the Giga Explorer now, which it looks like we got already. Okay, what do we have? Because usually they're in this area here. Hello, Mr. Bronto, have you seen any beaver dams? Ah, here is one. Well, that is a weird sound. That is a very weird waterfall sound. I've never heard a waterfall sound like that before. Okay, let's see if we can snag this really quick. Nope, picking up stuff. Okay, there we go. Perfect. We'll just leave them there. And the water seems pretty loud to me. No, now it's normal, but like down there it was very loud. Okay. Here is our mountain that we were looking for, actually. We're freezing, but I think our fortitude is helping us out quite a bit. I don't know if that chitin helmet is doing us any good in terms of our temperature, but I think the fortitude definitely helps. So there is an Anki already. Okay. Okay. Well, that's the one we're going for. That is, I mean, so the thing is it's going to take a long time to tame. Oh, you know what? The last episode we never recrafted our magnifying glass. I still did not recraft the magnifying glass. I cannot remember to do that. That's so funny. That's okay though. We shouldn't really need it. And fortunately, we have a little bit more control over where we tame the Yankee because we can move it, like physically pick it up and move it to where we want to tame it. So what I would like to do is, so if we stop right here and I grab a trap from the Pego, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. I wonder if it'll fit in this 1x1 or if I should have brought more. Let's see. Okay. I guess we're going to find out. Oops, I do that every single time. Okay. Can we... Oops, almost clipped him on the thing there. Mr. Pego, please don't die. I don't know if there's any wolves or anything up here. Do you fit in there? Does not look like you do. Right, Mr. Pego, I actually need you to stay with me. So let's actually harvest up some stuff. Can't harvest that up. I will need some wood. Yeah, we'll just need to craft up a few more pieces, which should not be too bad. Grab some thatch, because we will need that. Yeah, I always forget that Ankies kind of float out of traps if you don't make them big enough. So let's see, what can we make here? Only one. How much stone does this take? 80? I shouldn't have enough wood either. Okay. Well, he should live. He is 150. Okay, RG's got a level, but we'll deal with that a little bit here. I want to get the Sankey trapped up and knocked out. And the Yankee will be good. The main thing we really want is a Dodic. Because while we do need metal for some stuff, we're going to need a lot more stone for our base. So we're not going to make our base out of metal. Oh gosh, I thought I was actually going to fall all the way down there. That's kind of scary. That's not harvestable. Could get some stone from this metal, but I don't really want to waste it because we may harvest it later. Okay, what are we looking like? Stone, 2 more foundations, perfect. And walls, we need more wood and more stone. But not a ton more. Come here, Miss Archie. We do need a name for you. Okay. There are some saber-tooths there. It scared me. I was not expecting to find anything up here. Okay. I think there's actually saber-tooth babies right there too. Or at least one. There's a ton of metal here. Did we miss any stone pieces? We can grab this explorer note. This is
Found along the islands
otter.
many
If you're looking for the otter explorer note, there it is. Right on top of Obsidian Mountain. Okay, hopefully this is enough stone. Let's give you some levels while we're here. Probably levels need to wait for now. Okay, stone. Let's see, walls. I think we actually need one more wall. Ooh. I do not know where that saber is. Oh, it's down there. It's not gonna get us, right? I can harvest this rock without it getting us. Okay, can we craft our last wall? No, what do we need? Thatch. Okay, perfect. Sorry, RG. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That was totally a misclick. That's okay, though. We still had enough for our wall. Okay, so that saber's down there. Let's actually make our trap properly now. Oh. The Yankee's literally chilling there. That is fantastic. Okay, we are we are starving, actually. Didn't even realize that. Okay. Too busy making our trap here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 8 walls. Perfect. All right, we are good. All right, Mr. Anki. It's good to see you. Come with me, please. You are the 150. Excellent. Amazing. All right, let us get this guy knocked out. Switch to our trank arrows. See if we can get some headshots on you. I wonder if you do get headshots. Doesn't look like it. Should wait between shots because of the I'm not sure if the effect of the trank arrow stacks. I feel like it probably should, but I don't really know. So on the bright side is that as we're taming this Anki up, we can actually farm the metal that's up here and load the RG up with it. I mean, or I guess alternatively, we could just wait till the Yankee's tamed up and then farm up the metal. Let's actually put you on passive just in case. Perfect. That took like nothing. This crossbow is way too good. Okay, let's give you... Oh wait, do you have the berries? Perfect. Okay, let's give you all the berries. And then what I would like to do... I don't know if we should leave this guy alone, but I've not seen anything spawn up here before. There are sabers around, but nothing at the top. Maybe we should put the trap up here. Hindsight. Alright. Miss RG, you're going to take all of our extra stuff. Because you can carry the most, so... Let's get rid of that. You can have these. And all that. Okay. So, I mean, I guess while we're here, we can technically take a look at RGs. We're not really here for one today, but if one happens to be here, I'm not going to pass it up. So what we want, ideally, is a high-level male. But if we could find a Dodicarus today, that would be actually the best thing that we could find. And there should be one, or some, rather, around here. Is that a purple drop with a ring on it? Or am I seeing things? Maybe I'm seeing things. We could go snag that purple drop, actually. I think I already looked at that RG. Yeah, let's actually see if we can snag that purple drop. Because our Anki is definitely going to take a while to tame up. We'll just have to keep our eyes open for Dodicarus. And potentially high-level male RG. You know, a mammoth would be really good tame. That would be awesome for, what's it called? We want that for our quest, for our skill point quest. Probably gonna throw most of that on the ground. Yeah, a mammoth would be amazing for wood gathering. It's like the best wood gathering creature. At least on this map. Arguably Therizino is better, but 140 female. The Theri just doesn't have the weight, right? The mammoth gets like 75% weight reduction for wood, which is pretty insane. We are freezing up here too. I should stop looking at RGs and start looking for Dodix. Also, what did we get from that drop? Anything good? Beer. Get rid of that. Shotgun shells we'll keep. I'm gonna get rid of that for now. We're not gonna use that anytime soon. We can always farm up more. Some more Ankies down here. 140 male. I don't want to go too crazy with the Ankies. Because we do want to get an Archelon. And that's going to give us our, ooh, hello. That's going to give us like our quote-unquote kibble. Is that an Alpha Rex? That is... Dude. That is a 145 Alpha T-Rex. We will leave that there. Holy crap. Okay, any Dodicarus over here. Yeah, while this guy's taming up, I'm going to take a look around. And if I can find any, I will bring you back. Man, I'm starting to think that, like, Dodicarus must be a lot less common on this map than they used to be. Otherwise, I've been lucky, I guess, because I've never had so much trouble finding one before. So I've already looked over on the mountain to the right. I'm not sure what it's called. The one that we're taming the Yankee on right now, Obsidian Mountain. I looked over at the volcano. I went all the way around. So I went all the way around here. I was looking around this area, went down this river. So I've been all over this area here. I thought about going into the snow, but it's very cold there and I started dying, so I decided not to. So now I'm coming over here to take a look on like the border of the redwoods, because I do know that they spawn in the redwoods, level 25. So that's kind of like the hope, is that we can find one around here, because I know that they do sometimes spawn on like the outskirts of the redwoods, and then sometimes even on that shore over there. There's another berry over here. Yeah, we definitely do want a berry. Wow, 140. We're not really in a position to tame it. There's actually another one right here. There's so many in this river right now. 60. Okay, well, the focus today is for Dodicarus, so let's keep that focus. What are those wings? Oh, it's 3 different pteranodons all stuck in the ground. Nice. Yeah, so I found like a few 140-ish Rexes. I found a 135 Quetzal. Like, I'm finding all these creatures that I'm not looking for. It always seems to be the creature that you're looking for that you can't find. But yeah, I've never had so much trouble finding a Dodicarus before, so it's kinda makes you wonder if some of the other spawns are just taking up space. And just like for reference, right, the Anki is almost halfway tamed up right now, and it does not tame very fast on berries, especially being 150. So, oh, like this over here. Really? Okay, so look how many Ankis are over here. What is this? That's what, 7 Ankis over here? Do we really need this many Ankis around? So I know Ankis can harvest stone, and we have the setting now that we can just set the Anki to only harvest stone. But it's definitely nowhere near as efficient as a Dodicarus is. So yeah, we still would prefer to have a Dodicarus for that reason. And now it's nighttime, so it's gonna be really hard to see one if it is around, unfortunately. Now sometimes you can find them over here. Did this like used to be the black sand area? There's a sheep here. So, it's a 145 sheep, of course. Oh, that scared me. Level 90. So normally I would tame this sheep. However, what is that? Oh, it was an Alpha Raptor. And another Baryonyx. This river is full of Baryonyx today. Yeah, normally I would tame this sheep, but unfortunately, we're nowhere near being capable of doing that. So what I'm gonna do is take it somewhere that I know I'm gonna be able to harvest the corpse, and just get all the as much of the hide as, or sorry, the pelt as possible. Because at some stage we're gonna need some fur armor, and unless you can kill Yutis, pelts can be pretty tough to come by. Or unless you can tame a sheep, because that'll help out too. So over here should be fine. Some Dillos, but we should be able to get it before the Dillos do, I think. Just bring it up here in the middle, I guess. There's another berry. And another one over there, the orange one. That's crazy. Okay, so we'll do this right here. Should die pretty quickly. I know it's more efficient to use my hatchet, but well, it's also floating, so we couldn't do that anyway. Okay, RG, give you a level into weights. It's a lot of mutton. Yeah, we can't pick up a berry, so we're not going to be taming one today. Carno, still no Dodicarus though. I've also been grabbing some loot drops, as you could probably see in the RG's inventory. Nothing crazy though. But we do need the loot drops for our quest. Oh, quick! Holy crap! No, Carno, leave it alone. Oh, we can't pick it up. Okay. Alright, we need stamina. It does have a baby. Seriously, Pego. Go away. There's all bad stuff here. I don't want to tame you. Alright, we should be able to handle this car now. Jeez, the Redwoods is just a horrible place, and we're not even in the Redwoods right now. That Pego's gonna be coming back. Trudon, can you go away? So unfortunately, the Dodic is injured now, but we should be able to grab the baby. Oh, I took my sickle. Oh, I don't want to hit the Parasaur. Dude. Get out of here, man. They're gonna end up taking all our stuff too. I want that Dodic though. Okay, I don't think that one actually had any of our stuff. That one though has our sickle. Let's get some stamina real quick. Yeah, I want our sickle back. Thank you. God, they're annoying. Okay. So what we're gonna want to do is get rid of the parent here, unfortunately. Copy, go away. Oh my gosh. Dude, there's so much stuff here. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. Quickly, let's put you away. Okay. Alright, well, definitely not what I planned on going about it. But, dude. Love how they just run into you. Okay, I will take that back. Thank you. Okay, we don't need that. Get rid of those. These we might be able to use later with if we get a decent harpoon gun, so we'll keep those. Ooh, man. Alright. While we're out here, I guess we can continue to look for... Gosh, this thing is so bad. I mean, it'll get the job done, for sure. But while we're out here, let's keep our eyes open. And we'll see if we can spot another one, potentially. It's just kind of funny that I feel like they belong in like the mountains because like how they are, especially like stone farming and stuff. And yet I have better luck over here. Yeah, look at all this bad stuff. That's crazy. Oh, I thought there was another one over there. It was a terror bird. What is going... Okay, for real though? What is this? Oh man, I want that otter. But there's Trudons in the water, so we're not even gonna bother. But what is this? ARK. What did you do? I don't even understand. Okay, let's get out of here before we end up like those fish. There's another one though. Can we... It's already bleeding. I don't think we can tame it anyway. Maybe we can get the... Oh, there's so much bad stuff around here, though. We need to take out the car now. Okay, Carno is down. Alright, can we take out the parent now before all that stuff wants to come eat us? Okay. Alright, we should be clear. Get it? Awesome. Okay. Let's put you away real quick. Yeah, so not ideal, obviously, but still better than level 20, baby. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of like a split decision. Maybe we could have tamed the parent. If I took the parent away, you know, there's a chance that it could have bled too much. And then if that's the case, then we would have had to let it heal up and all that stuff, so probably could have done it, but I'm okay with this since it's a lower level anyway. Save us a little bit of time and, you know, potentially we find a better one and we can tame that one the proper way. But yeah, I think we're probably good in terms of Dodex. So I'm going to go back and sit with our Anki until we get it all tamed up. Our guy is almost tamed up here. You should be done in one more feed, I think. And I have to say, like, look at the fog. Or clouds, or whatever. Like, that is crazy. Yeah, I think he needs to eat one more time. Like, that's the kind of stuff you fly through and you cannot see. That is pretty crazy. So yeah, I kind of flew around and I was harvesting a bunch of like crystal and obsidian just while we were waiting for this guy to tame up. And there's not, I feel like there's not as much obsidian here as there used to be, unless maybe it's farther down. There's our guy. Awesome. 150 Anki in the bag. So unfollow. Let's get rid of that icon. And now something really cool about these creatures. So it's for the Anki, it's for the Dodic, and there might be another creature that this is available for. But if you hold E and you go to harvest only settings, you can choose what you want it to harvest if you want it to harvest something specifically. So if you want the Anki to only harvest stone, you click a stone. Same for flint, same for metal. So right now we're going to select metal. And if you go back into the setting, it'll be green. And if you click it again, it should deselect it. Yeah. So for right now, we're actually going to select metal. And since we're bringing this guy back to base, we're going to grab him. And you should harvest these resources automatically. And he should not care about his weight. So he should harvest until he's slot capped. Which I don't remember how many slots they do have, but I don't think you'll ever get there with metal. And then that way you don't have to like keep dropping the Anki and like harvesting with him, because that's what you used to have to do, is you'd have to have somebody mounted on the Anki to keep swinging the tail, or you'd have to place the Anki, dismount, and then harvest, and then get back on your RG, pick it back up, move it to the next node. It was just very tedious, very annoying. So like right now, we could just fly around here, and until my RG is overweight, like we can just do this forever, which is really awesome. So it's definitely helpful. It makes harvesting a little bit more efficient, which is a really nice quality of life improvement. Definitely something they should have added to the game a long time ago, but I'm glad it's here now. And let's see, this node is not done. Grab that. Nice. Yeah, so we're just going to harvest some metal here. I was also collecting some loot drops. Nothing amazing. Yeah, but we need it for our one skill point quest, our Lost Colony quest. Yeah, like there's a ton of metal here, but not a lot of obsidian and stuff. But I think if we head over to, oh, we're actually getting a little heavy. Yeah, we should start flying back now. Otherwise, it's going to take us forever to get back to Green Ob. If we go over to the volcano, right over there, I believe there's a lot more obsidian and crystal. So, I mean, there is that. We can actually take a look real quick. As long as there's no bad stuff around here. Yeah, like the Anki's weight. Sometimes there's sabers around here and it gets a little sketchy. Yeah, so he's actually overweight right now. And like, yeah, he's like almost weight kept. Oh, technically, right? Because you can go over this. Normally they would stop harvesting at half their weight, so he would have stopped harvesting at 210. So that's pretty crazy, which means you don't have to worry about upgrading the weight anymore. This is like not if you're just using it for like harvesting with an RG or a crab, but you can just go right into melee and just go crazy with it. So it's actually pretty awesome. Definitely like that. So let's grab you. Also, something that was kind of taunting me while we were here waiting for our guy to tame up. Oh, that's new actually. I did not see that one before. There's a it's actually a 140 male RG down here, or there was. At this point, it could have got eaten by that Rex. But yeah, I was sitting up there. You know, I farmed all the stuff, and then I was waiting. And of course, can't help myself but like spyglass some RGs, and lo and behold, there was a 140 male RG. Not sure where it is now. If it's still here, we can always come back and get it. But like, I'm not overly concerned. What I would like to do is get a male RG so we can start making fertilized eggs, because then we can use those fertilized eggs to get a Gigantoraptor, and that definitely interests me. Yeah, just to be able to claim babies and actually get the bonus levels and stuff, like that's gonna be pretty nice, because like if you find like a 140 Rex, for instance, and it has a baby, like it's like 2 tames, right? If you get the bonus levels from the baby. Oh, some moss chops. I thought we actually aggroed something. There's a raptor there. Not too worried about that though. Okay, we're good on stam. But yeah, no, I'm really excited that we got a really good level Anki. And the Dodix, I mean, they're not impressive, but they'll be good enough. They'll get us the stone. Because like I said, right, their weight doesn't really matter. Just the fact that we can carry them around and harvest with them without having to drop them and harvest and then pick them back up and stuff is just too good. And then what's left is we want to get something for wood, so that one's a little more tough. I don't think a beaver auto harvests trees. It might, but I don't think that it does. Beavers aren't amazing either. Like their weight is pretty meh. So if they don't auto harvest trees when you pull them, like when you carry them around with an RG, then that's really tough, because you're constantly having to go back and forth, or like, you know, use your RG until it's full and then bring it over, because RGs actually don't have weight reduction with wood. So yeah, if they don't auto harvest in the talons of an RG, it's going to be a little bit tough. So what I'm thinking we might do instead is go get a mammoth, because mammoths are just like, you know, the OGs of wood gathering. So use that for wood gathering, and then for thatch we can use our Bronto if we need to. I mean, our pick is actually really good, so we can probably just use that. So let's see if we can land here without... We actually landed on our Anki. It's kind of funny. You're running from something. Hopefully nothing horrible. Okay. Looks fine. All right, we are actually almost back to base now. Should be in the home stretch here. Yeah, there's just a ton of stuff that we still want to do, a ton of stuff that we still want to tame. So yeah, I'm just really excited to start getting through some of that stuff. So what I think we're gonna do is we'll take the Dodic out for a spin too, just to kind of see how that all goes. And you know, I'm kind of wondering. I don't think that. Oh no, you know what? The Dodic should have a setting because Dodicers can harvest sand on other maps. So it should have a setting for sand and then also a setting for stone. We also want to keep an eye out for a good level Diplo since they spawn around us. Or good level Diplos, I should say. Because we're going to want those later as well. All right, we have arrived. Okay, so we'll drop this guy off. We'll pull all of the metal into our forges. So let's see. Let's pull metal from the RG and we'll pull. What's half of this? 1300. Boom. How much wood do we have? Probably not enough. Maybe we can start smelting some of this stuff. But like we're not gonna be able to smelt all of it. We need to go wood harvesting for sure. Wood, that is not what I want. Well, I do want it, but I want to get the metal. So we'll just grab all that. That's fine. Oh, no, we need wood. Okay, right here. Perfect. Pull you in. Start you up. Excellent. Okay, so do we have... I think we do have an Anki saddle, actually. We do. And then do we have a Dodic saddle? No, it does not look like it. Also, you have one on the RG. Do you have one on you? No, it does not look like it. So let's give you your saddle. I'll take those from you. Pop those in there. Let's get those off my hotbar. While I'm thinking about it, actually, let's make a magnifying glass because I will forget if I don't do it now. Am I crazy? Do you actually craft it in your inventory? That is crazy. We just didn't have the metal ingots with us. Everything else we could have harvested. Nice. Okay. So that is that. Oh, you know what? We do need to harvest, or not harvest. We do need to craft a Dodicarus saddle while we're up here. Boom, boom. Perfect. And where is our magnifying glass? Pop you there. I shouldn't leave it on 0. I like second guessing myself now putting it there. And we are thirsty. Awesome. And the fog is rolling in. Perfect. It knows we're going out to harvest. Okay, so here is our Dodic, or one of our Dodics. So put a saddle on you. I'm gonna give you damage. And then we're gonna have you harvest. Oh, I mean, I guess we don't have to do that. There's no sand on this map. Okay, let's see how good you are really quick. And then we'll end off the episode after that. So, auto harvest, which I think the Dodics always did. But now it should just continuously auto harvest until the RG's weight is full. So this is actually extremely useful if you have a crab, because a crab can hold 2. Oh, we lost our Dodic. Yeah, so if you get a crab from Aberration, or I think they're on Ragnarok too, you just walk around with 2 Dodics or 2 Ankis and just go ham. Which is, it's just too good. Like, it really is. Like, just this is awesome, because the way this Dodic's weight was, he would have been full by now. He would have been full, and we would have had to drop him back off, or drop him, mount him, and then harvest, like, manually. So, this is just too good. Just get a couple more nodes here. And this is just going to really help us when it comes to building our new base, which I haven't decided if we want to keep it here or if we want to build it like, we're kind of full now on the RG. If we want to keep it like on, because there's a nice spot right there that we could put a base. There's another spot right next to us that we could put a structure. Like, this whole area is pretty flat and like staged. So it's kind of like got like steps to it. So I'm not sure if we're going to stay here or not. We will have to figure that out in the next few episodes or so. Just because, yeah, like, he's way overweight. That is just awesome. Give you some more levels. Yeah, I'm not sure if we want to like locate ourselves more centrally. I mean, we could like build on the volcano, which, I mean, we could just build a bunch of bases too. So that's always a thing we can do. I will want something next to the ocean, because having to fly back and forth with nothing faster than, I mean, I guess Pteranodon's really fast, but like, it's just annoying to have to fly across the map like that. We can just fast travel on a bed. So yeah, we'll have to figure all that stuff out as we go. But yeah, pretty successful episode. We got our Enki, we got some Dodics, not amazing levels, but they will definitely do. And yeah, so looking forward to getting some harvesting done. I'm really excited to get like a bigger and better base up so we can get the fabricator down and all that stuff. So we're gonna end the episode off here though. So if you did enjoy it, go ahead and hit that like button. Helps the channel out a ton. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.